Old friends are like old memories. They always remind you of your past, and we are reminding ourselves of the past episodes from this week of Good Company for the best of Good Company with me, Hollie Taylor. I'm Hollie Taylor. We're talking about living in a van, and here's what's funny. I could imagine producer Mike living in a van. Producer Mike, I totally could.
I could imagine that too.
Yeah.
I can totally see it.
Yeah. Do you remember that program, or it was a book, Into the Wild?
Yes.
Yeah, and the dude's like, I'm going to go live in the wild.
He goes into Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he dies?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, sorry.
Yeah. Don't eat the berries.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the moral of the story there.
And stop and listen, because he was just off the highway, too.
Really?
Yeah. He thought he was in the middle of nowhere, and he was just like a few miles in from a major road. But living in a van, and an interesting story. I was actually angry most of the movie, to be honest. We're not going to get into that story. We're going to get into the van part, though.
The more urban travel.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I can see myself doing that for sure.
Yeah. What is the appeal for you?
Well, you had me at no rent.
Right?
For sure. And then you can just change your neighborhood every couple of nights if you wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Go check out a different spot every once in a while. I think that'd be cool. Now, I like having a shower.
Yeah, and they don't have a bathroom.
Yeah. I like not having to rely on a chemical toilet.
True.
So there are definite drawbacks, but
yeah. Yeah,
I'd try it out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so producer Mike might go live in a van.
Maybe, yeah. You see me down by the river.
Down by the bay. Just kidding. Where producer Mike lives. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Would you ever live in a van? 905-338-1250. Sarah texted in. Sounds like they have an adventure spirit. Not for me. Thank you. Yeah. No, thank you here, too. This is a message from Janelle. She says that during a course of a summer, her and her family lived in an RV. So they went around coast to coast. They toured our incredible country. That's a cool idea. But then again, like, you still have a home. But yeah, the experience of living in an RV, she says, it was fun for the summer, but with 4 kids, 2 adults, no. Yeah, it's just not very conducive. But if you're single or in you're newly married, trying to save a few coin, maybe living? Yeah. No, I still can't sell it to myself. Not going to happen, but very creative. I appreciate the creativity level there. I'm Hollie Taylor. We're talking some of those bargain hunting tips. Fun fact that if something is not more than 36%, why they chose 36%, I don't know. But that's kind of the marker. If it's 35, not really a good deal. 36 and greater? Absolutely. Sign me up. That is a bargain. That's worth spending some extra cash on. My husband would say, you know what the better bargain is? Just not buying it. You save a whole bunch more. Oh, goodness. Getting some tips in today at 905-338-1250 from Michelle. She says she likes to do research beforehand, and then if it's going to be a little more than something else, if it's worth it and will last longer, then it's still a bargain to her. So yes, value for her, not just on the price tag, but on what she's actually buying. Will it stand the test of time? Producer Mike, you look like a bargain guy.
I could be.
Oh, that sounds kind of bad. I like a good bargain too. It's like the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah. I used to be a mechanic, right? And most of my toolbox was bought on bargain sales and things like that. My tip is just keep an eye on flyers all throughout the year.
Ooh, yeah.
You know those ones you get in the newspaper or stuffed into your mailbox?
Yeah.
Check those because there's good deals in them all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe not around back to school time. We might not be in the greatest time for school supply sales, but any other time of the year, right? Just keep an eye on that and see, pencil crayons, 36% off. There you go. Run for it.
Sold, I'll buy 3. Yeah, I got to work in this whole way of like purchasing things. Just get one, Hollie. Just get one, not 3.
Just control yourself.
Well, I mean, I need crayons. My kids need crayons.
You don't need crayons.
Well, they say it's very therapeutic to color.
Okay, maybe we need crayons.
Yeah. See, I can justify anything, which can be pretty dangerous when it comes to me in a store and a bargain. But you do bring up a good point, Producer Mike. Buying out of season can actually also save you money. Right now is that good time to go and purchase some of the equipment or even some of the furniture for outside, because we're heading into winter. I know, I shouldn't have said the W word, but we are. And some of those sweet seat sets are going to be on sale, or catching them right before winter is done. They get rid of their old stock before they restock, essentially. And so you're good to go. So there you go. Shopping outside of season. I'm Hollie Taylor. Some fun news for you guys. Ontario is apparently our nation's funniest province. That's right. We're the funny ones over here. How do they decide? They took a look at all of the top comedians, discovered where they lived, and most of them actually come from somewhere in Ontario. So thus, we are dubbed now the funniest province. And you think of some of the things that happen here. What is it called? Second City, where there's a lot of improv and a lot of really big name comedic actors have come out of that, especially from the 80s and the 90s. And so we really did pave the way when it came to smart comedy. And then everyone else just follows and, tries to be us. But as Canadians, we're funny, especially here in Ontario. And so today we are telling jokes. Do you have any good dad jokes? Any good mom jokes? Producer Mike, any jokes? What do you got for me?
I got nothing for you. Off the top of my head, I could do some quick Googling. I should have done that. I should have been more prepared.
You should have known.
I should have seen this coming.
Yeah. Well, one day if you ever become a dad, you'll have some good jokes.
I'll have them just in my back pocket, ready to fire away at any given chance, right?
Yeah, my husband actually has a calendar, and it's like a dad joke a day.
Oh, man.
The accounts that he follows are also dad jokes.
So he's just you are inundated with them.
I am.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. This is why I tell such terrible jokes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I'm actually reading some jokes right now, and they are terrible. They are like complete dad jokes. Like, where do pirates get their hooks? Secondhand stores. Oh, my
That's horrible.
goodness. Isn't it? How do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm?
Oh, man. How?
You look for fresh prints.
I like it.
Oh, so there you go. If you've got some better ones, because chances are you do, text in those dad jokes, 905-338-1250, or the mom jokes, or the jokes that just made you giggle. Thank you so much for joining me here on Good Company, whether it be through the radio, AM dial, 1250, the numbers to tune into, or streaming at joyradio.ca. And of course, if you've got a smartphone, you can download the My Joy Radio app. So wherever you are, you can listen to Joy Radio, hear the incredible programs that we're just so blessed and honored to play, and then, of course, the music. So lots of things and lots of ways for you to join us here on Good Company. Now, this is not a surprise to me, but I do love that they are continually looking at the importance of random acts of kindness. Yes, I do love these. And actually, they say that we are hardwired to feel good when we perform acts of kindness towards others. There's just something about us as humans, and when we truly perform an act of kindness, not only is it wonderful for that person who's receiving it, but it can actually help reduce symptoms of depression. It can help people feel that they're just enjoying life a little bit better. They're using it a part of CBT, and it's a non-pharmaceutical treatment for people who are struggling with depression and anxiety. It's people intentionally focusing on others and being kind. And so they've been doing a lot of work with kids and encouraging them to do random acts of kindness. And the results has been incredible. For some reason, it's not a hard sell with the kids. You know, they are buying into it, and they are noticing that things like social isolation has gone down for kids who are doing random acts of kindness. And so this small thing that we sometimes can overlook, just being kind, is really changing not just how we live, but how we perceive things and think about things. So today, if you've not done yet your random act of kindness, well, doctors would say, no time like the present. I'm Hollie Taylor, and Sterling, starting a nonprofit recently, has firsthand experienced how art can positively impact and encourage the next generation. And so he's using music to encourage Indigenous youth to expand their personal boundaries, to grow, and also to get creative. And that's what we're talking about today. Art, yes, it gives us all the feelings. Literally, sometimes happy, sad, angry, just in awe. And it makes sense. We are made in the image of God. He is the creative and the creator. And of course, if we're made in his image, we are connected to creating things as well, using the talents that God has given you. So maybe it's painting, maybe it's drawing. I can kind of draw-ish. Maybe a stick person every once in a while. I like to draw nature. My grandmother was a painter. So maybe I'll have to test that out. But I do prefer more the musical side of things. And producer Mike, I'm guessing you're in that camp too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's just something about music, hey?
I don't know. I heard somewhere that some people don't get that goosebumpy feeling on the back of their neck when they hear music.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
There's like a significant portion of people that don't get goosebumps when they hear a good song.
Oh.
That freaks me out.
Yeah.
Because that's so natural for me, and it probably is for you too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we are in radio, so it would make sense for us to have an emotional reaction to music.
Yeah, naturally attracted to the industry.
Yeah. It's interesting too, like when some kind of piece of music just swells, and it's just like goosebumps all over your arms. You're like, oh, I feel that. I feel alive right now.
Oh, have you ever seen an orchestra play? And
Yes.
just all like together and in symphony and the melodies and
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, Hollie.
Well, we have goosebumps talking about music. What are some of those things that are giving you goosebumps when it comes to art? Text message here from Laura, and she says she loves painting. She says she's a big fan of doing watercolor, and so now that the kids are grown, she has an easel in her living room, gets the nice light, and it's a way of her decompressing her day. So, Laura, thank you so much for sharing that. And hey, if you can take a picture and text it to us, we'd love to see some of your creations.